A lot of AMR deployments, autos included, are in brownfield facilities where you're working with an existing factory that may have been around for decades. And to be efficient in this type of environment, it's critical to have your software on top of its game. So there's a few different things you want to think about as the software helps the robots through those tight spaces. One thing is you want to be efficient with different sized AMRs and different sized payloads in the environment. You want to make sure the right robots are going through the right spaces in the right direction at the right speed. In a tight environment, you don't want a one size fits all traffic management for all of your robots so that the smallest drives as constrained as the largest. A very small robot carrying a small payload on a cart should be able to be more nimble, go faster, and get into more places than autonomous forklift. So you really want the software to distinguish between the different pieces of hardware. Another thing is you want to make sure the AMR vendor is not wasting space. You don't want to have something crazy like one charger per robot. You want to make sure that the software is making sure that the robots are using as few chargers as possible, efficiently swapping out the robots in a limited bank of chargers. You also want to make sure that you're not needing too many parking spots, because imagine you have 100 robots and you have to have 100 parking spots in the evening. That's going to waste a lot of very expensive space. So you want to make sure that robots can do things like park at machine endpoints. And lastly, you want to make sure that the robots can behave more nimbly without payloads than they do with payloads, so that you're not reserving space and taking up more room in traffic because the robot thinks it has a payload when it doesn't. So those are just some of the things that software can do to help you be more efficient in a space constrained brownfield environment.